Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to my class. So, in 4A Moral Science, we are going to do lesson 5. This is Think Before You Speak. This lesson is based on think before you speak. That before speaking something, we should think about it. That what we are actually speaking. See here in this image, what do you understand by think? Think before you speak. See here, T stands for true, H stands for helpful, I stands for important, N stands for necessary, and K stands for kind. So you see here, think before you speak. Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it important? Is it necessary? Is it kind? So, whatever we are saying, that thing, is it true? The thing we are saying, is that helpful? The thing which we are saying, is it important? The thing we are saying, is it necessary? The thing we are saying, is it kind? So, we should always think before we speak. Okay? Take care of your tongue like the way you take care of your belongings. Whatever we speak from our tongue, we should take care of that. Why? Because see, from our mouth, sometimes we say something, some awkward things which we should not say, isn't it? So we should hold our tongue. We should take care of our tongue as if we take care of our belongings. If something we have, how do we take care of that thing? In that same way, we should take care of our tongue. Life isn't about just talking, it's about thinking too. It's not only talking, whatever comes, we should not say like that. We should at least think that what we are saying to the other person, what that person's reaction will be. We should always think before we speak. See here in this image, think before you act, think twice before you speak. So think before you act, before doing something, just think about it before that. Think twice before you speak. But before speaking, you should think twice. Before doing any act, any kind of activity, you think once, isn't it? But before speaking, we should always think twice. 2 times we should think that we should say this kind of thing to the other person. Alright? Think before you act. Think twice before you speak. Now we are going to start lesson 5. This is the last lesson of your half yearly syllabus. Already we have done lesson 3 and 4 we have done. This is lesson 5. It was a sunny day, but the climate was enjoyable. See what kind of a day it was? It was a sunny day. The sun was shining, but the climate was enjoyable. The sun was shining, but it was not so hot. The climate was quite enjoyable. Everyone in the railway station was waiting for the train to arrive. So, where is the place? The place is the railway station. Everyone was waiting there in the railway station for the train to arrive, for its arrival. Among the crowd, there was a group of friends, youngsters who were on board for vacation. Among the crowd, a crowd was there. There was a group of friends. So, together the friends, they were going where they were going. All they were young. That's why the word youngsters is being used here. Who were on board for vacation. They would go for a vacation, for holidays they would go. So they were there, they were on the railway station to board the train actually. It was a busy station with juice shop, mobile restaurants, coffee and tea stalls, newspaper shops, etc. So you just imagine the picture of a railway station. You can imagine the picture of your railway station in your city. So what are the things there? There are juice shop, mobile restaurants, okay, coffee, tea stalls are there, newspaper shops are there. The announcement regarding the arrival of the train was made, and everyone prepared to get into the train to their appropriate places. So you see, the announcement was made before the train arrives. If you go to any station, you will see before the train arrives, the announcement is being made. So everyone was preparing themselves to get into the train to take their appropriate seats. The group of friends made loud noise to welcome the train as it entered the station. As they were youngsters, they were full of, you can say, they were full of energy. So these friends, the group of friends, they made loud noise to welcome the train. The train was arriving, so they were just making noise as it entered the station. They ran to get their reserved seats before anyone could get into the train. So they ran to get their seats. They went inside the train and they got their seats. They sat in their reserved seats. You see here what is a mobile restaurant is given here on this page. A mobile restaurant may be defined as a mobile kitchen that is set up in the stations or streets to facilitate the sale of food to people. See, you can see here in your place also mobile restaurants are there. From one place to another they can move. They are actually in a cart, and in that cart wheels are there, so that they can go from one place to another selling their food. That is mobile restaurant. The empty seats were filled and the train whistled to move. So now all the people sat in their reserved seats and the train started moving. The train whistled to move. An old man with a young boy aged around 15 years came running to catch the train. So an old man, he came with a young boy. The age of the boy was around 15 years. They also came running to catch the train because see, already the train whistled and it was going to move. They entered the train and the train started to move. Just they entered and the train started to move. They had their seats just adjacent to the friends group. So in front of the friends group, their seat was there. The young boy was so surprised to see everything. See, he was a big boy of around 15 years old. But he was surprised to see each and everything. He acclaimed at his father. He was calling his father. Dad, the train is moving and the things are moving backwards. See, that boy, he's surprised to see everything. He's telling his dad that the train is moving and the things are moving backwards. When the train moves forward, the things, the houses, the trees, they all move backward. You can see from the window of the train. His father smiled and nodded his head. His father smiled and agreed. Nodded means he agreed. As the train started moving fast, the train was going very fast. The young boy again screamed. Again he shouted, Dad, the trees are green in color and run backward very fast. He's saying, Dad, the trees, as if first time he is seeing. The trees are all green in color, he's saying, and they are running backward, they are going back. See here, the boy was very excited, he was very happy. And his father also said that yes, dear, and smiled. Father was also happy. Just like a kid, he was watching everything with great enthusiasm and happiness, loaded with tons of surprises. As if everything was new for him. Everything was a surprise for him. He was watching everything with lots of excitement, enthusiasm, with lots of happiness. Okay, with lots of joy, you can say. A fruit seller passed selling apples and oranges. So what happened? A fruit seller, you see, in the train, so many hawkers they come, isn't it? They sell different kinds of things. So a fruit seller also came. He passed selling apples and oranges. He was selling apples and oranges. The young boy asked his dad, I want to eat apples. So the young boy, he asked his dad he said that he wants to eat apples. His father brought him apples. So father also gave him apples. He said, oh, apple looks so sweet, then it tastes. I love this color. Which color are the apples? They are red color, isn't it? So the boy was very happy to eat those apples. He said that it looks so sweet, then it tastes. The looks are more beautiful than the taste. He said, I love this color. The group of boys, they were watching all the activities of this boy and asked the boy's father, is your son having any problem? So the boys at last, they were seeing the activities from the beginning. So they asked the boy's father that is your son having any problem? Is the boy having any problem? Why is he behaving very differently? Because he was a very excited young boy of 15 years, and he was happy to see each and everything. He was happy to see the trees. He was happy to see the apples, isn't it? So they asked, why is he behaving very differently? A friend from the group made fun of him and shouted, his son is mad, I think. See, actually, these boys, we can say that they were not well mannered, because they did not think before saying anything. So a friend from among that group, that boy shouted. From the group made fun of him and shouted, his son is mad, I think. That his son is mad, he said. The father of the young boy, with patience, replied to the friend group. See, the father of the young boy, he did not become angry, but instead he kept quiet. He had patience within himself. So he replied to the friend group, my son was born blind. He said that when he was born, he was blind. He could not see. Only a few days before he was operated and got the vision. So he said that only a few days back he was operated. Operation was being done by the doctors and he got the vision. He got the sight. He could see. He is watching various things in his life for the first time. So the father said that whatever is looking now, everything is new for him. First time is watching all these things. The young friends became very quiet. See, now what happens? The young friends, they all became very quiet. They were all quiet. A sound was not coming from their mouth. They apologized, the father and his son. They said sorry. They apologized means they were extremely sorry for this act. So they asked sorry. So we see that here you see, students, we should always think before we speak. Here they did not know what was the situation, but they should not have spoken about the young boy, all those things, isn't it? So they should see the situation. They should feel it actually. They should realize. Then only they should speak. Before speaking about somebody, that's why we should always think twice before speaking about someone or somebody. Okay. So you see here, what is the moral of this lesson? Open your mind before open your mouth. First you think, you open your mind that what we are going to say, is it going to hurt others? Or is it going to give that person happiness? So we should not speak anything that should hurt others. We should always speak that should give happiness to others. If we cannot give any happiness to others, we should not speak then. So we should the moral of this lesson is that open your mind before open your mouth. Open your mind before open your mouth, or think before you speak. So before speaking, we should always think. Okay, students, see here, this chapter we have completed, this chapter, or you can say this lesson we have completed. Okay, take the correct answers we can do now itself. You see here, though the day was sunny, yet the climate was enjoyable. Here options are given, you see, moderate, charming, enjoyable, sensitive. So what will be the answer? The answer will be enjoyable. Though the day was sunny, yet the climate was enjoyable. The youngsters were on board for a trip to the a hill station, an educational trip, vacation, admission. So the youngsters were on board for vacation. They were going for holidays, to spend their holidays. The young boy was born handicapped, deaf, blind, both B and C. So the young boy was born blind. Number 4, you see, the young boy's father showed compassion, generosity, patience, responsibility. So the young boy's father showed patience. Alright, so we have done exercise A. Please go through the lesson, read the lesson thoroughly, then only you are going to understand. So always think before you speak. So always before speaking we should think. Think before you speak. Thank you students.